Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful brought Taylor Hayes back for a reason. So maybe she will be Ridge Forrester's ticket off the CBS soap for a few months. As much as B&B fans become tired of seeing the older generation's waffler in action, many felt touched by the healing session he shared with Taylor. When the tears flowed, it looked like Ridge had a profound experience, as did Taylor. But where is this headed? A while back, Bold and the Beautiful star Thorsten Kaye said he wanted Ridge Forrester written out of the script for some time. This would free him up so he could take a few months off from B&B. He wants to take a long vacation with his family and maybe even journey to his place of birth, Frankfurt, Germany. But that hasn't happened yet. According to the CBS cast page, Thorsten Kaye resides on the East Coast with his wife, Emmy award-winning actress Susan Haskell, and their daughters Marlo and McKenna. They also note how he commutes weekly to Los Angeles to film The Bold and the Beautiful. That has to be one grueling commute from Connecticut to LA every week, so this probably plays into him wanting a few months off. This way, he could spend time with his family around the clock. That said, he promised them a family vacation. But only as soon as the soap could write Ridge Forrester out of the scenes for a good length of time. B&B fans see Ridge Forrester as an important cast member for this soap. So it is probably not easy to get time off, especially for a block of a few months. But the return of Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, may work as his ticket off the screen for a while. During an interview a few years back, the actor said, "I have already agreed with my boss, B&B executive producer Brad Bell, that next year or the year after that he should write me out of the story for a few months." So has this time finally arrived? Bold and the Beautiful fans were disappointed when Ridge Forrester suddenly became Taylor's spiritual pal and scripted them in intimate poses. Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, lurking in the shadows has been done before. Not to mention, Taylor Hayes had her turn to lurk as well in the past. So the fans aren't interested in seeing Ridge Forrester in another reboot. Making a choice again between Taylor and Brooke doesn't sit well for a storyline with viewers. But this week's scenes were different. This time, it wasn't about Ridge dumping one woman for the other. What happened during the check recession moved both Taylor Hayes and Ridge Forrester to tears. So with these new developments, Bold and the Beautiful can take the Ridge-Brooke-Taylor triangle in a different direction. Maybe Ridge and Taylor see this thing as more powerful than themselves. They may have bonded in a way that they can't shake off. Ridge returned home to Brooke after his session with Taylor. Then the Logan matriarch insisted they do the same sensuous position together, the yab-yum pose. But it wasn't the same. Instead, it turned into a bout of lovemaking. Maybe Ridge emerges from this knowing it was Taylor Hayes all along. So, is a spiritual journey to faraway places in the cards for Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes? It would be one way for Thorsten Kaye to get that family vacation he waits for away from the CBS soap. Los Angeles has always been a city of dreams, of drama, of destiny. And no couple embodies that intoxicating blend more than Ridge Forrester and Dr. Taylor Hayes. Their love has spanned decades, defied the odds, and survived more betrayals, breakups, and resurrections than most soap pairings dare to dream. But what if, after everything, the final twist isn't another romantic triangle, another miscommunication, or another tearful reunion? From the moment Taylor first entered Ridge's life, there was something different, an undercurrent of connection that transcended the typical soap romance. Where Brooke represented fire, chaos, and passion, Taylor was Ridge's peace, his anchor, his moral compass. The psychiatrist who could read him better than he could read himself. The woman who saw past the designer suits and family drama into the heart of the man beneath. Over the years, Ridge has tried to fight it, tried to walk away, tried to convince himself that his destiny is with Brooke, that true love is synonymous with complicated love. But Taylor has never truly left him. Even when she was on the other side of the world, or presumed dead again, or burying her own feelings for the sake of the greater good, Taylor was there. In his dreams, in his memories, in his soul. Some bonds are unexplainable. Some loves are not meant to be understood, they are meant to be felt. Ridge and Taylor's connection goes beyond the physical, beyond the romantic. It's spiritual. And lately, it's becoming too loud to ignore. In recent episodes, viewers have watched Ridge wrestle with a sense of dissatisfaction he can't quite name. He's surrounded by success. His designs are praised, his family adores him, and yet, there's a void. A whisper in the wind calling him back to something he once had, something he lost in the chaos of Los Angeles. Meanwhile, Taylor has found new purpose. She's matured, evolved, and become stronger in her solitude. But even in her healing, Ridge lingers. He's the scar that never fades, the echo she tries to silence in her meditations. Their recent heart-to-hearts have grown more intimate, more soul-bearing. And in those quiet, electric moments, it's clear, they are still tethered. What if the reason they've never truly found peace in Lair is because their peace exists outside of it? Imagine this. Taylor is offered a prestigious position with an international organization, leading trauma recovery programs across Europe. It's her dream, a chance to make a global impact, to live life on her own terms. But as she prepares to leave, Ridge finds himself drawn to her like a moth to flame. He shows up at her house, not with flowers, not with empty promises, but with truth. "I can't do this anymore," he says. "I can't pretend that I'm not still in love with you." Taylor, ever cautious, questions his timing. "What about Brooke? What about everything you've built here?" Ridge doesn't flinch. "What I built here feels hollow without you. I'm tired of fighting what we are. I want peace. I want you." In a moment of quiet clarity, they realize that Los Angeles has been their battlefield. But perhaps peace can only be found when they lay down their weapons and walk away together. Of course, leaving Lay would send shockwaves through the Forrester family. Steffi, fiercely protective of her mother, would be torn, thrilled at the idea of her parents finally uniting in a real, lasting way, but devastated at the thought of losing them to another continent. Thomas would likely understand on a deeper level, perhaps even inspired to follow his own path outside the toxic circles of his past. Brooke, meanwhile, would be left reeling. For decades, she's believed she and Ridge are destiny. But what happens when destiny evolves? When Ridge no longer wants the roller coaster, but the quiet? Her heartbreak would be real raw, and in some ways, a necessary reckoning. This isn't about choosing Taylor over Brooke. It's about choosing peace over passion, purpose over patterns. Soap operas rarely allow their central characters to disappear quietly into the sunset. But what if this time, the story doesn't end with a plane crash, a betrayal, or a last-minute change of heart? What if Ridge and Taylor actually go? What if they settle in Paris or Geneva, or even a remote Italian villa, rediscovering each other without the constant interference of past lovers and family politics? Imagine the spin-off potential, bold and the beautiful. Ridge and Taylor in Tuscany, a series focused on healing, legacy, and mature love. Even if the show doesn't follow them, their departure would mark a stunning narrative shift, a choice to honor growth, a declaration that not all love stories need to be rewritten over and over. Some deserve an ending worthy of the bond that sustained them. The truth is, Ridge and Taylor aren't just another couple in a long line of soap romances. They are something deeper. They are mirrors, reflecting back each other's pain, triumph, and transformation. They've raised children, buried loved ones, endured separations that would shatter anyone else. And still, they found their way back to each other, not because of convenience, but because of destiny in its most sacred form. Their bond isn't about drama anymore. It's about alignment. And maybe, just maybe, Los Angeles is no longer the place for it. Picture it. The final scene. a black car pulls away from the Forrester mansion. Inside, Ridge and Taylor sit in silence, holding hands. As the city fades behind them, Taylor turns to Ridge. Ridge smiles. Not the smirk of a man caught between women, but the smile of someone who's finally free. The camera pans out. Les sparkles in the distance. And two souls, finally at peace, drive into a future they chose, together. Let me know if you want to explore what their life could look like post-Lair, or if you want a spin-off story written as a pilot episode.